Welcome back to our second day of Defining Moment Recognition Week. I'm Taya. Today, we will be honoring students in the documentary category. These students are storytellers who are using media to share a moment that has been life-changing for them. Today, we're sending it over to McCaffrey Middle School where they're standing by with the honorees. Over to you in the studio.
Thank you for the introduction, Taya. I'm Kevin Papineau, member of the Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission Board.
Hi, I'm Karen Albert. I'm a SEVA teacher at McCaffrey Middle School in Galt, California. Welcome to our SEVA studio.
Without further delay, let's announce the honorees. In the 4-6 documentary category, the judges awarded 2 videos with the 2024 Defining Moment recognition. The first recognition is presented to Why Food Nutrition is Important. Producer, Mai Angela of Florence Markhofer Elementary School. Mai shared, "It was wonderful to learn more about nutrition from my mom and her coworkers. I enjoy being a reporter, and these opportunities not only brought my family closer, but gave me a chance to practice my reporting skills."
Did you know that healthy eating habits prevent a kid's chance of developing health problems? That's why parents tell kids to eat their fruits and vegetables.
Congratulations, Mai. Would you like to say a few words?
Yes. I would like to thank my mom and dad for helping me make this video. I would also like to thank my media crew for encouraging me during my SEVA. This video was made, if this video was made by Elk Grove High School Food Nutrition Services, and so without their help, this video couldn't have been possible. I hope that people learn a lot in my SEVA.
Thank you, Mai. I see you have your mom there with you today. Would she like to say something as well?
Sure. We just love to watch her video and how she learned and created. And I think this year she just gained her many new skills. I'm really proud of her.
Well said. Congratulations again. Lots of new skills that can be learned by all of our video producers. Congratulations. The second video in the 4-6 documentary category to receive the 2024 Defining Moment recognition is The Future of Agriculture Starts Here. Producers Penny Eggers of Florence Markhofer Elementary School. Penny tells us, "My defining moment came during the Sacramento County Fair last May when I had the opportunity to showcase my hard work and skills that I spent the entire year cultivating and refining. Choosing to raise an animal for market takes a lot of hard work and dedication."
So why do these program members bring their animals to the county fair? Well, there's a variety of reasons why youth members such as myself would want to bring their animals to the fair.
Unfortunately, Penny wasn't able to join us this evening, but has a pre-recorded message.
Hi, my name is Penny Eggers, and I am incredibly honored to be receiving a 2023 Defining Moment Award for my documentary on the future of agriculture. First, I want to thank the SEVAs for providing me with this incredible opportunity to share this grassroots topic. I want to thank my media advisor, Tammy Knoll, for the guidance and for helping to fuel my ideas. I also want to thank my parents for helping to support my project in media and 4-H. Lastly, I'd like to thank the Sacramento County Fair and all the supporters who continue to champion the future of agriculture through the Junior Livestock Auction.
I was asked what my thoughts were on the impact of video production, and what I would say is that video production allows youth to boost their creativity outside of traditional norms while also strengthening their media literacy through engaging in real-world emphasis, all of which can be very impactful.
Thank you again.
Thank you for sharing, Penny, and great work.
In the 9-12 documentary category, the judges honored 2 videos with the 2024 Defining Moment Recognition Award. The first video selected is Tubbs Fire Documentary. Producer, Angelina Souza of Rio Americano High School. In this documentary, Angelina captures the raw emotion and advice from her grandparents who endured the Tubbs fire in 2017.
October 8th, 2017. A wildfire called Tubbs Fire had just begun. At the time, it was the most destructive wildfire in California.
Congratulations, Angelina. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us today?
I'm so honored to accept the Defining 2024 Recognition Award for my Tubbs Fire documentary. I would like to thank SEC for providing the SEVA awards that help me improve my work every year. Thank you to my parents for helping me film and create each and every one of the videos I made. Thank you to my high school teacher, Mr. Beerson, and middle school teacher, Mr. Rowland, for helping me find the love I have for media today. And finally, a huge thank you to my grandparents for sharing their experience in my documentary. Thank you.
Thank you, Angelina. It sounds like you have a lot of experience with SEVA videos. Congratulations again. The next 9 through 12 documentary 2024 Defining Moment Recognition Award is presented to The School Monitor That Made a Difference, producer Carson Webker and Sinjin Desmond of Del Campo High School. Carson and Sinjin shared that important message that life can end any day without warning, and it's important to be appreciative of your family and friends.
Personally, how she affected me, Renita taught me so much about life and family and work. I call them Renita-isms, things that I quote Renita on, that I will live by for the rest of my life. And it's very special to have known her.
Congratulations, Carson and Sinjin. Would you like to say a few words?
Yes, I would just like to start off by thanking you guys, Karen and Kevin, for this recognition. And I would also like to thank Comcast and SECC, as well as SAC Metropolitan Cable for making this possible. I would also like to thank my media teacher, Mr. Weitzel, for helping me pursue my passion of media arts and broadcasting, because ever since I was a kid, I've wanted to pursue sports analytics or being a sports announcer, and this helped me get one step closer. So I would like to thank Mr. Weitzel and everyone that's helped me get to this point.
And yeah, same as Carson, I'm just grateful for the opportunity, and I'm grateful for the program that my school offers, and it's nice that a teacher like Mr. Weitzel runs it.
That's great, guys. It looks like Mr. Weitzel's joining us. Do you think you'd like to say something?
Sure, I'll say a few words. I want to say it's been a pleasure working with Carson and Sinjin. One of the things that we do in our program is we're always looking for new stories, and I love the curiosity that these two showed to take a look at something that looked a little off on this campus, missing a staff member on our campus, and wondering what happened there, and doing the investigation and the backstory. And so it was a great find for them for an exclusive story that I think really kind of hit to the heart of what our student population is all about, and that's caring and noticing and being grateful for the great staff that we have here at Del Campo.
Well said. Thank you. It is super exciting to see students who've had a passion since they were young get to carry out that passions in middle school and high school. So thank you, Mr. Weitzel and your studio, and congratulations, you two.
Congratulations to everyone who entered videos. Your work is both inspiring and so creative. And congratulations again to all of this evening's honorees who will receive a 2024 Defining Moment Recognition plaque at award night on Sunday, April 28th in honor of their hard work and dedication to storytelling.
Congratulations to all those students who submitted those videos. Keep them coming because they're fantastic, and we love to see how video has inspired your lives.
What another great day of videos and student producers. Congratulations, everyone. As a reminder, make sure to stay tuned for the full versions of all of tonight's videos and join us tomorrow for the School News Defining Moment honorees.
Hi everyone! Today I want to share with you why food nutrition is very important for your immune system and your health. Did you know that healthy eating habits prevent a kid's chance of developing health problems? That's why parents tell kids to eat their fruits and vegetables. A healthy diet includes foods from all 5 food groups, which are fruits, vegetables, grains, proteins, and dairy. It is also important to notice foods that are high in sugar, saturated fat, or salt because they aren't necessary for a healthy diet and should be limited. Now that we know a little bit about nutrition, let's go visit the school kitchen to learn more. Did you know that school nutrition is important for kids?
Well, it provides students with nutritious and appealing foods and beverages and accurate messages about good nutrition. It also teaches them ways to learn about healthy eating practices while they're in school and before or after school.
People think school food programs improve child dietary qualities.
I think so. Improving nutrition quality for students has a positive impact on the children's health and their academic performance. Their minds and body will have the fuel that they need to perform in school. And a lot of children, they eat 2 meals here a day. So if we provide them with lots of fruits and vegetables here, they're going to get a lot of the nutrients that they need throughout the day.
Different ways to provide a healthy nutrition environment are serving healthy choices of meals, limiting availability of sugary drinks, and providing lots of water that you want to drink. And our goal is to make healthy choices easy to attain.
People who work in food nutrition services serve healthy food at schools.
Well, it gives children the fuel that their bodies need to grow and learn and maintain healthy weight. It also builds self-esteem and confidence in children, and they can feel makes them feel good when they take pride in their work and perform at their best.
Well, nutritional services not only feed the children, but they also provide education for what healthy eating habits look like. This can help children form lifelong healthy eating habits, and early education can provide the tools for what kids need to be healthy, stay well, and do well in school.
Learning about nutrition has been fun. Maybe this video changed the way you thought about nutrition. Well, goodbye for now.
Hi, my name is Penny Eggers, and I created this video to educate the general public on the importance of youth in agriculture through programs such as 4-H and FFA, and the impact that is made by supporting them at the Sacramento County Fair Junior Livestock Auction. This is my rabbit, Max. Max is the first rabbit I ever got, and he's the reason I began going to the county fair. Have you ever gone to the county fair? If you have, you've probably seen the big barn in the back of the fair. And if you've been in the barn, you know that it's the animal barn. The animal barn is exactly what it sounds like. It's a big barn, a loud barn to be specific, full of livestock animals such as cows, sheep, goats, rabbits, pigs, guinea pigs, and poultry such as chickens, turkeys, and ducks. Did you know that the animals in that barn belong to youth exhibitors who are affiliated with programs such as 4-H and FFA? What exactly is 4-H and FFA, you may ask? 4-H and FFA are both organizations that give young people the opportunity to learn about agriculture and gain skills that help meet the challenges of their communities.
As a county 4-H leader and volunteer for the Sacramento County Fair, we see firsthand how important these programs such as 4-H and FFA are for our young people in order to learn to see the bigger picture of how they can fit in our community.
If we didn't have programs such as 4-H and FFA, then the continuum between agriculture, education, and the viable future in agriculture in America would be vulnerable.
Our 4-H participation in our county has slowly declined over the past decade because there's just simply too much competition from other programs and activities. So getting the word out that we are still here and that we still have lots of programs is key to avoiding this decline, because 4-H is really important for preparing young people with a strong foundation of knowledge, skills, and experience for a future in agriculture, STEM, and beyond.
So why do these program members bring their animals to the county fair? Well, there's a variety of reasons why youth members such as myself would want to bring their animals to the fair. For one, it allows you to show your animal in a breeding or market show. A breeding show exhibits how the youth member worked hard to cultivate their breed to a standard. A market show exhibits how the youth member worked hard to prepare their animal for market. Additionally, youth members participate in showmanship, which allows them to demonstrate their skills as a showman with their animal. Lastly, exhibitors with market animals who've been deemed market ready will sell their animal at the junior livestock auction, which is supported by the general public and local or regional businesses.
Here's James. Tell me, women, come here. How you doing, buddy? Did a good job here. How about another? Give me 5. Hey, minute, 500. Hey, minute, 5. Give me 5. Right, give me $500. Give me 5. What do you think? 3. Hey, minute, 3. Hey, old Eggers right here. Badger Creek 4-H or 795 is the number. Tell me, women, come here. 500. Hey, minute, 5. Hands high. Going to be $500. Hey.
One of the biggest reasons youth members choose to participate in the GLA is for the unique experience it provides. Part of the experience includes funding their project and future projects, or contributing to their college fund, which helps empower these young people to make significant contributions to agriculture in their communities.
19, gotta go. 18, 19, walking out of here. 18, so 1800, put it on 2, 2, 3.
Why is it important to support youth members at the Junior Livestock Auction? Supporting youth members by purchasing their animal or giving an add-on to their sale at the GLA helps support those members' individual needs for growth and development. Proposals over the last couple of decades have jeopardized the funding for programs such as 4-H and FFA. Despite these setbacks, youth members have pushed forward to fund their future and the future of agriculture in America.
The future of agriculture. The demographics of rural America have really been changing as urbanization spreads into our rural farming areas, and the Sacramento Valley has seen major growth over the last decade, and we need to be cognizant of how this affects our rural farming communities as leaders in agriculture with the farm to fork recognition that we worked so hard for. If we continue this trajectory, then millions of additional acres of farmland will be lost, fragmented, or compromised by 2040, not just in California, but nationwide.
Ladies and gentlemen, give Mike Albiani, the president of our Fair Board, a big round of applause. I also want to recognize, because these are thankless appointments when it comes to being on the Fair Board, and we appreciate all they've done to keep the Sacramento County Fair moving forward. I know it's been a great year attendance-wise. The weather has blessed us this week. But Kobe Turner's the director, Arturo Barajas, Evan Corridor, Serena Correa, and Dennis Tagani. Give those other directors a big round of applause as well. I think something that a lot of people don't realize that aren't totally familiar with fairs and expositions and the way that these fairs are funded, but the state government has basically taken all state funds away from these fairs. So these foundations have become very important to maintaining the way of life, maintaining the fairs, maintaining the opportunity for these young people and those of us that thrive off rural America to participate in these programs. The Sacramento County Fair has an excellent foundation. We get the opportunity to sell a lot of sales around the state of California, and very seldom do we have 860 lots in a day. So these young people are very hardworking. They should be very thankful for that auction committee. And ladies and gentlemen, I just can't tell you, as we walk for our champions steer in, I think that I want to thank you once again for
The hardest part in FFA and 4-H for the JLA, it's not an easy topic to talk about, but it's often referred to as ringside tears. And this experience helps build character. It develops empathy and creates an understanding of an unconditional positive regard that is hard to grasp unless you experience it.
What's the hardest part about selling your animal at the junior livestock auction? The answer to this question will vary from person to person. For me, the hardest part about selling my animal at the GLA is the personal connection that I made with that animal. So knowing that all my hard work is coming to an end as I prepare to say goodbye. Although bittersweet, I know that my appreciation for these animals go beyond the experience of the auction ring. It rests in the fact that I know where my food comes from, the process that it takes to raise these animals, and in having a lifelong respect for the people in agriculture.
$650 there, 700, last chance. Now 750, ma'am. 750, 7 bids, 750. Sold right there. $700, $12.97. Give Calvera Food Sales a great big round of applause. Here's 27. This is loaded.
I am a 4-H'er, and I believe the future of agriculture starts here. Thank you for watching my documentary.
October 8th, 2017. A wildfire called Tubbs Fire had just begun. At the time, it was the most destructive wildfire in California. It affected the city of Santa Rosa the worst. This consisted of 8 different wildfires burning simultaneously in 8 different counties in NorCal. It has burned over 36,000 acres and led to the death of 22 people. Here is a first-hand account of Tubbs Fire evacuees.
And burned our house about 3 o'clock in the morning. In the meantime, the power went out early that night. There was a full moon, and when the power went out, we heard about a fire, and we saw a lot of traffic going up and down the road in front of our house because there were so many people evacuating.
Couldn't get any information, didn't know what was happening. We heard loud explosions. It sounded like jet airplanes taking off. It was the most incredible thing. And as it progressed, the wind got stronger and stronger, and pretty soon it looked like it was snowing and ashes were falling everywhere.
I left at 1:15. We woke up all the neighbors on our side of the street. There were 7 houses. We accounted for everybody on that side of the street. Across the street, I watched the deputy sheriffs knocking on doors before I left, so we assumed everybody at least got warning of it. That wasn't the case. Neighbors straight across the street were awakened by the sound of their own fire alarms inside the house as their house started to burn. They barely got out at about 2 o'clock in the morning, and they were picked up by a police car, walking in the dark with no light anywhere.
Your house getting burned down is a very tragic situation, especially when losing everything. Change is not always wanted, but it is definitely guaranteed in this situation.
Leaving my family and friends. It's hard. 50 years. I was not excited about moving here. I did not like Grass Valley, but I could see as we were in the cottage and he was working daily to try and rebuild our house, what it was doing to his health. His ankles were swelling, his stress level was off the charts, his blood pressure was off the charts, and so to me it was like there was no other answer. We just had to give up the plan to rebuild and move here.
Since the Tubbs Fire, there has been the Mendocino Complex Fire, August Complex Fire, and Dixie Fire. This is a pattern in California right now. Here's what you need to bring when in an evacuation.
They give you lists, 4-hour list, 2-hour list, 1-hour list, 15-minute list. The 15-minute list means grab your pink slips of your car, grab your cash, get your marriage licenses, birth certificates, get your pets, and get out quick. 4 hours means pictures, books, computers, stuff you really don't want to lose, you want to take with you. When the fire danger gets high enough and bad enough in the air, you just go ahead and pack your 4-hour boxes ahead of time. Pack your 2-hour boxes. Make a go bag with clothing, food, toothpaste.
Meds are definitely an important thing to try and take with you, because I stood in line and argued and carried on because don't you know they'd sent me 3 months worth of my medications right before the fire and they weren't about to replace them.
When you're out of your element after a fire, you can only go and get 10 days worth of medication at a time, and that's not easy to do.
Having a plan for evacuation is very crucial for your safety. Here's what you need to know when creating a plan.
When you're making a fire escape plan or a fire emergency plan, it should not include the use of phones, internet, Bluetooth, or any other thing like that. Don't plan on having any power in the house. You typically are going to have to open your garage door if you're going to drive away in a car. You have to open that by hand.
We're just now restarting again to explore social activities in the area.
We got out of there with our lives and our health, and we're happy for it.
She worked here for 11 years, and everybody knew Renita. They knew who she was. They knew her by name. She was hard and fast. She played by the rules, but at the same time, she knew when she needed to be gentle with students. And you know, if someone was just having a bad day, just sit in her cart and like listen. You know, she made a lasting impact on this school, and it's sad that she's not here anymore.
Well, you know, she meant a lot. She was, a lot of the kids could identify with her, and just, you know, she could handle a lot of their problems. She could move on, do things like this and that. Take care of, you know, taking care of business was her job. And when she needed to, she did.
She was one of 12 children. She grew up in a house with 20 kids. And she was one of the most well-spoken, eloquent women I ever knew. She always had a moment for kids. She always had a moment for staff, whether that was just listening to you, praying for you, sharing her food with you. She was always there.
Renita was kind of a fun-loving person that had a great sense of humor and full of smiles each day.
She was a nice person, liked to talk to her. She'd come talk to you. She liked a lot of the students and stuff. She'd interact with them. But again, when she had to take care of business, she took care of business. So, yeah.
and just an incredibly intelligent woman who could quote anything at this, drop of a hat. She was hilarious. She was a great friend, and she always was just making us laugh with silly things.
Renita meant a lot to me. She was always there when I needed some help down here. She was a great coworker, and was always there for a good joke, a good smile, just to make you smile as well.
Personally, how she affected me, Renita taught me so much about life and family and work. I call them Renita-isms, things that I quote Renita on, that I will live by for the rest of my life. And it's very special to have known her.